to catch up on our current campaigns. Dawn of the New Era, a story packed with mystery, magic, and questionable decisions, and Legend of the Sun-Veiled Pirates. Chaos on the high seas, guaranteed. Do us a favor while you're here. Give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and tell us what you think. Your comments fuel the chaos, and honestly, we love it. While you're waiting, check out the Players of the Realms merch store. Hoodies, mugs, gifts for the dice goblins in your life. You already know something's calling your name. If you're new here, and even if you're not, don't forget to catch up on our current campaigns. Dawn of the New Era, a story packed with mystery, magic, and questionable decisions, and Legend of the Sun-Veiled Pirates. Chaos on the high seas, guaranteed. Do us a favor while you're here. Give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and tell us what you think. Your comments fuel the chaos, and honestly, we love it. While you're waiting, check out the Players of the Realms merch store. Hoodies, mugs, gifts for the dice goblins in your life. You already know something's calling your name. If you're new here, and even if you're not, don't forget to catch up on our current campaigns. Dawn of the New Era, a story packed with mystery, magic, and questionable decisions, and Legend of the Sun-Veiled Pirates. Chaos on the high seas, guaranteed. Do us a favor while you're here. Give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and tell us what you think. Your comments fuel the chaos, and honestly, we love it.
And in one, we are back for another. Wow, I sound very robotic there. Let's take two on that. We're back for another wonderful night where the players are going to create more chaos. At this point, despite any of their alignments to their characters, except for Levin. Levin, I'm going to say you are straight neutral. Everybody else, you are just chaotic. Pick whatever it is, but just add chaotic in front of it.
Hey!
Yes, I said what I said.
Not. I've done nothing.
I said what I
I'm
said.
innocent of these charges.
But
Levin is
As a-
neutral good, not neutral nice.
I figured neutral. They can either burn or you can help them. Depends on your mood.
He's trying to be better.
Fair enough. Growth, always important. But as a quick recap, the players in the last session were kind of going to the whims of their desires, particularly the desire to enlist cult members, help the poor and bully the poor, defenseless shopkeep, who all he is doing is attempting to sell his goods. And he has been unjustly targeted.
A small
He
point of
earned
clarification.
this.
The cult members we're recruiting are of a different cult than the one that we don't like.
Yeah, but how do you feel that the cult possibly started in your hometown?
Wait, we're
I'm
doing
sure
what
I would
now?
have opinions. If I knew about that, I'm sure I would have opinions.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the origin point of that one. So, specifically, we left off with Zarya and Gearfried, along with Fennec, who is absent for the night. And they were in the tavern where Levin began to go out to look for, possibly to find where Ceres had gone. And Ceres has melded into a wall and is patiently waiting for the shopkeeper to return so that he can valiantly peddle his goods while defending his livelihood against a malicious attack. So, players, where do you think we should start?
I think back at the tavern, after Levin has left and he's doing all of that, Gearfried is probably kind of grabbing Zarya by the shoulder, and he's like, in the midst of the crowd, he's just kind of like getting Fennec and Zarya together, and he's just gonna be like, "All right, Levin and Ceres are likely going to be returning soon, and if things go poorly, then there's a chance that we might need to make a quick break. So I'm gonna go prepare the cruiser. Fennec, want to come with me? We'll get you settled, and Zarya, finish up anything you need to do here, and meet me out back. We'll get everything ready."
Duh. Oh, all right. Sure.
And then Gearfried will grab Fennec and we'll head wherever we parked the cruiser. As Gearfried is sort of preparing things, and Gearfried knows where the guy's like storage is. I used Arcane Eye and watch. I didn't see Ceres, but I do know where he went. So Gearfried's going to prepare the cruiser with the intention to kind of hang by, or like at least begin to drive over there within like the next hour.
Noted. Zarya, with that in mind, what is it you'd like to be doing?
Just do. I would do my assorted task that I was given, and then we're just gonna be waiting for a bit, right? In the car, or
Well, if I'm not mistaken, he and Fennec
Ideally,
went to get the car.
you're-
After about an
Yeah.
hour, then you would probably be able to regroup with him. I assume you said you were bringing it back to the tavern in an hour, right? Or within
Okay.
about an hour.
No, not
Okay.
not to the tavern. The cruiser is parked near the tavern. The idea is to get everything ready, and then like within the next hour, if Ceres and Levin have not returned, to start driving towards it with like ideally Cogfried flying above us to give us a way to them if they're in the immediate area.
Noted.
yeah. So we're waiting for like an hour with all our stuff packed up.
Yes.
I think in the meantime, I think something Zarya started to do is try and sketch the face of the thing she saw in her dream, just to, I don't know, have something to think about it with. And just kind of will be just attempting to draw down like a little notebook she has.
All right. How good of an artist is Zarya?
That's a wonderful question. I have no clue. I'm not a drawer, artist myself, so this is
Go
just
ahead.
all Zarya if she's
Go ahead and give me a dexterity check.
okay. I've got okay dexterity. I've got good dexterity. I'm a monk.
I was gonna say, I hope you have good dexterity. Okay.
That's
It's better than the stick figure.
that's unfortunate.
It's better than the stick figure.
Okay, so
Essentially,
she's better than me.
essentially, you are able to highlight the key components, though, of course, it's not the best of artwork, but to somebody who maybe is a scholar or something, they would be able to kind of have an idea of what it is you've drawn. So it's not a terrible drawing, it's just not the best of drawings.
Yeah, you see Zarya just kind of like throw brow, just kind of like draw, like start over a couple of times, flip over to a different page. Just really focusing on this.
All right, with that, we're going to jump over to Levin for a moment. Levin, you were, I believe, going out to attempt to.
Yeah, Gearfried gave Levin a general idea of where he lost her. So he's just taking his time to more or less like peruse the area to see if anything else is going on top of signs that Ceres may have passed through here, although that's going to be difficult considering how she is with keeping to herself.
All right.
So he's gonna go start. He's gonna start looking for context clues of things that are going on.
All right. Assumingly you stop off or you pass by where the merchant was located, you would hear banging, hammering, sawing, things of that going on even in the dead of night. You would see that there are several people who are out. There's an influx of emerald or green shades of robes within this neighborhood. You would notice that they seem to be somewhat upbeat despite the tragedy that had happened. Moving forward, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Alrighty. Meh.
You're not able to find any real direct evidence that Ceres was there, particularly because parts of it she was running invisible. So even if people were looking for her, there would be no way for you to visualize of her or get a visual of her during that time. But you do find that there seems to be some degree of talk amongst the guards, and you know that there's going to be a couple of extra on perimeter. Apparently a person of high influence is supposed to be passing through, and they are making sure that this area has extra security.
Levin's going to have a general idea, given the dialogue from the rest of the group. All right, he'll he'll stake out the place for maybe an hour, maybe two, and see if anything changes in a direction that's favorable towards information. But he'll stick around for a little bit. He's got about 4 hours on the telepathy between the rest of the group.
All right, go ahead and give me a perception check.
All right. If it's site-based, it doesn't
Okay.
change much anyway. If it's site-based, count it as a 28. If it's others, it's a 27.
Gotcha. With the 28, you would notice that within the couple of hours that you were kind of keeping an eye out on this area, you would see that the pattern that you've noticed on other occasions is now different. They're not following the same rotation. And you also notice that there seem to be all times where there's one guard invisible of another within the rotation.
All right, Levin's going to take note of the gaps, and he's going to see if there's any regularity to that. Because more than likely, if Ceres is going to make a move, it's probably going to be during one of those times. She wouldn't miss something like that.
All right. Can you just remind me initially what you were looking for once more? Sorry.
If there are guards in rotation in the area and there are gaps in that rotation, if it happens more than once, more than likely it's going to happen time and again.
You
So
notice that
if there's a pattern of it.
Gotcha. You notice the gaps are actually infrequent. They happen sporadically, so you would be able to infer either it's in an instant where somebody's walking faster or slower than they should be. It's not a noticeable gap. As said, it is one of those erratic shifts. It's the exception, not the rule.
All right, then that would suggest to Levin that there are multiple groups being hired for this job, as opposed to one central control. All right, that's going to make it a little harder. If nothing more productive happens within the 2 hours, Levin's going to just call out over the telepathy that he's returning, and he'll make his way out.
The other thing of note is it's not just around the shop. It's within an entire area. So as you're kind of looking around and putting in the time to kind of scope and walk through, you would see that this is happening within like a half a mile to a mile radius.
That's actually an extreme area to cover. Like that, this would have been stuff that he picked up during the entire day.
This
So,
is something that would have just started within the last couple of hours while you were there.
Yeah, if it's over that wide of an area, he wouldn't have been able to pick up on it without taking like at least half a day to watch this stuff.
Okay.
It's a large area. I've scouted areas like that before. It takes a lot of time.
Yeah, listen, you got a 28.
All right, but if nothing productive in the immediate, like 4-block, 5-block area, he'll just start making his way back towards the group.
Alrighty. As you're making your way through the group, you are going to be seeing a fancy carriage. It is one that you recognize, actually. It's one that you've seen in passing on the road. Not the one marked with the crest that Gearfried would have recognized, but it's a different one that you have seen and you have passed by traveling in the past.
On his way back towards the group, he's going to make a mental note and he's going to try to recall exactly where he's seen this before.
Go ahead and give me a history check.
Alrighty.
The memory's a bit hazy, but the last time you saw it was within Rote.
All right, and under that context, he's gonna post his speculation towards the group at the tavern. If they respond in whatever way they respond,
Ceres,
he'll at least be closer to the thing than to them.
absolutely.
Yes.
What would
Gearfried
before
will
pause for a moment? I just want to jump to Ceres before we have you all regroup. You are sitting there in stone. How are you passing the time?
Well, she, for the first 4 hours, she is probably just kind of lying there, enjoying kind of the solitude of everything, and just kind of like, huh.
Sarah's lying?
And just kind of taking a break and just contemplating things in general. And she would have, before taking her long rest, sending to Gearfried saying, just about to head off to sleep. Will be completing my errand in the morning. Hope to see you then. Ta-ta.
I can respond in 25 words, right?
Yep.
Okay. You would probably get a message back that says maybe change of plans. Need to head out soon. The timetable is getting tight. We need to get to Lake Caius ASAP. ASAP's one word, right?
Yeah.
Acronyms count as one word.
23 words. Boom. Got it.
Ceres will cast another sending to say, you're breaking up. Can't make out what you're saying. We'll see you in the morning.
Oh god, I love it. I'm giving you an inspiration.
So crinkling a ball of paper in the microphone magically.
Kind of, yeah.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
All right, then. Levin, you're Sarah. You're just gonna hear a lot of dwarvish cursing, and Levin, you would then hear. All right, Sarah seems adamant on staying overnight wherever she is before finishing her objectives, so we may need to return back to the tavern. I'll get everything ready so we can take off first thing in the morning.
All right. Did she tell you where she was or what she was doing?
This is Cyrus we're talking about.
Correct. Did she?
So no, she did not. She said that she was breaking up with me and that she wanted to make out. So I have no idea exactly what that was all about.
Ignoring that?
Meet back at the tavern.
On my way.
And with that, we will push time ahead so that you are, for the most part, all regrouped.
This should be a lesson to everyone. Never give Ceres permission.
Yeah, I still say
Why?
that
She
Gearfried-
operates under the principle of better to ask forgiveness than permission.
I mean,
still feel
usually,
like,
but she,
Gearfried started
but she's
that
a little,
way.
she's a little circumspect in her actions. I know, surprising, but she is a little bit circumspect because forgiveness is, you still have to ask for it. But now she has permission, or had, but it's too late now. She's already like target locked.
It's a little awkward because if you ask Ceres for a dagger, you're going to be pulling it out of your body.
It's true.
And it can
I think she
attest to
just
that.
expects that from everyone else.
But with that in mind, you are, for the most part, all regrouped. You are in the tavern. If you would like to buy dinner, you can buy dinner. If you'd like to discuss my downfall, you can discuss my downfall.
Lovely. Fennec is the one I talked to about the dream besides Levin, right?
Well, you can talk to, most of them are casters. They would have some degree of information.
I know. I'm just trying to remember if that was true or not.
I don't believe you told Gearfried at the very least. I don't recall this.
Okay.
I know it happened. I don't recall you mentioning it to Gearfried.
Okay. In that case, since Fennec is in the void, I think Zarya will just kind of saddle up to Levin and just kind of show the shitty drawing of the succubus and just be like, hey, I tried to doodle what I saw in that dream I mentioned. I've just been thinking about it. I don't think it's related to any of this stuff because, like, it's mostly just been undead and weird shadow creatures and, like, one angel. And this, I think, is, like, a succubus demon, so I'm on the back burner, but I don't know. Just something I'm thinking of. Ever
Levin's
seen
gonna
something like this?
Levin's gonna try to recall like other planar things. So, would I be able to pull an intelligence arcana on this for like, is this an extra planar thing she's talking about?
Sure, go ahead. With the 24, you would know that depending on what you define as extraplanar, you would know that succubi do have the ability to move in and out of the ethereal plane nearly at will. You would also know that they would employ tactics that do target the mind of their prey.
Right. That looks fiendish. And
Right.
well, it's I want to guess it's probably a dream or life-draining entity. It's not Dolur, but I'm not thinking it's directly associated with what is going on.
Do you think it's a possibility?
That's
Have
a
you
little on the
faced
extreme
anything
end.
like this?
Not in recent memories, especially not while I've been traveling with this group. Unless you count that altercations with the Moorland, but
Oh, what happened?
it was while we were traveling along the Moorland. You have several aberrant creatures that exit from the Mournland and attack surrounding areas. It's not impossible to traverse, it's just unwise. And
Hmm.
I've not been in Drome for quite some time, so I can't comment as to whether or not I would have encountered anything like that over there.
Zarya's like deep thinking face. It's kind of very pencil looking. Okay.
Well, I do know of a few resources that I can check once we're in an area that's a little more familiar.
That might be good. Uh, just because you're a little bit more familiar with who we're going against. Gonna put my cards on the table. Do you think they would? I don't think they'd have anything to do with House Cannith. Would they? We haven't had any.
No, Cavith tends to. I mean, they're inventors, tinkerers. They don't tend to deal with overlords or anything like that.
Yeah.
Now,
I,
in the matter of Eldritch machines, I'd say that's more up their alley.
no, this person wasn't involved in anything like that. No, I don't know. It just seems weird.
I'll keep it in mind.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Kind of run out of leads to chase, so focusing on saving the world first.
With that,
Speaking
is
of
there
saving the world,
Yep.
where's Gearfried?
He's over. I just point over wherever I saw him last.
Probably prepping the cruiser.
At a cruiser.
All right, then I guess we'll leave him to it.
All right.
Because if Ceres isn't going to message any of us to assist her, then we're basically stuck in a waiting period.
Yeah, we kind of are. Do we want to go and try and? I say heavy emphasis on the try and find her.
Without her specifically wanting to be found, I'm pretty much the only one from the group that has a chance at finding her, and I've already made my attempt.
Yeah, yeah. I suppose we should just put her on the leash at this point.
What I'm saying is that we have more useful ways of spending our time.
Yeah, we do. You need any help with anything?
No. I'm myself waiting. So I've already done what I could to get what resources I could find.
Yeah, I went and bought some stuff. Hopefully it helps.
All right, Gearfried.
Yeah, unless somebody's going to be bothering Levin, he's basically just going to spend his time waiting now. Because until tomorrow, nothing's going on for him.
Yeah, same. Zarya's just posted up in the corner meditating.
And Gearfried's similarly just getting ready. So yeah, we're all waiting on Ceres at this point.
All right, so with that,
Dun, dun, dun.
we're going to jump to the next day. Let me push the clock.
There's set it up so that she could step forth from the stone at around 6 a.m. And she's waiting to catch the the delivery wagon with all the goods, and she's just waiting for it to leave so she can follow it.
Alrighty. At about 7:30, 8 o'clock, 7:45, we'll say. Let me go back a few. There we go. You're going to see the vehicle beginning to exit the district.
I am going to cast a couple preemptive spells. I'm going to
Noted.
cast a Disguise Self to make myself look like the shopkeeper. I'm going to cast Freedom of Movement. And then I am going to cast... Freedom of Movement, Disguise Self, and Enhance Ability, Eagle Splendor, so that I have advantage on Charisma checks.
Okay.
You don't like where this is going, do you?
No, that's not true. I don't know. No, actually, no, I don't really mind because, as I said, I do have a list of items that they are carrying, so...
So you're ready for the outcome that is going to happen.
Oh, listen, I knew it was inevitable. I'm just trying to see how you're going to evade consequences of your actions. So, this is an interesting start.
This is. Okay.
One of the consequences might be that she gets away with it.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize that. I was hoping she wouldn't be able to get fully away with it, but we're going to have to see. With that.
This is kind of what she does.
I know, but you've never gone this extravagant. You've gone extravagant, but this is a whole nother level.
Well, I'm building up to my greatest heist ever, which is to steal Mei Li back.
Okay. So
that's a claim.
Anyhow.
Yeah, right. Considering she voted that Mei Li could die. She's very flip-floppity lately.
That was in public.
Oh, I know. It's been driving her mad internally.
Steris talks out of five sides of her mouth.
Anyhow, so I will start laying out the heist for you as it is in progress. So, while the wagon is in motion, I assume there are points along the way where it kind of has to stop for like cross traffic to move or something.
Yeah, there would be the equivalent traffic lights, or rather a traffic officer who is directing traffic, like a traffic constable.
I need a refresher on the arrangement that I saw when Saris watched them load up the wagon. How did they do it, and what was the arrangement of the guards again?
Go ahead and give me a history check. Let's test Saris's memory.
Cool. That's fair. I'm going to use an inspiration.
That's okay. Yes.
Scene.
Alright. With the 16, you would remember that there were 2 actual guards who were standing watch behind him most of the day, if not all day. They got into the van. The van also had 2 extra people who were sitting inside of it while he remained behind. So there were at least a total of 4 people within the van at that time. But you also didn't know what was inside of the van, so you're assuming that there is at least 4 people, not that. Ultimately, there could be more.
Okay. Using my rogue speed and the boots of striding and springing, I You're gonna hate this. Okay. While it's stopped, I am going to. Well, first, Saris is gonna prep her backpack so that it's in one arm and open. And then I'm going to dimension door into the wagon.
You just door fruited.
Sorry, what?
One Piece door. You just like
reference.
appear right inside of it.
Yep.
Okay.
That was the point.
Become blue now.
Wait, hold on. I also need to keep track of my spell slots.
Okay. Just check.
So that was the second level. And dimension door was 4th. As is freedom of movement.
As you teleport in,
Guy self was first.
you are seeing
Mm-hmm.
2 individuals who are sitting behind, and basically you have the 2 who are in the front driving, and then you have the 2 in the back who are in the, we're going to say, the holding area. And they just see as their boss appears inside through a magical door.
Yep.
And
And
you're going to notice that they are all shocked and surprised. Like, if this was combat, you would be having a surprise action right now.
I know, but I'm not trying to actually kill them.
I hope not.
And Saris is gonna looking at them like, just in the shopkeeper's voice, like, "Oh, right. Look, I'm trying to do a thing with the insurance money. Don't tell anyone, and I'll cut you each individually in for 10%.
Give me a deception check.
I have
However,
Eagle Splendor.
Rod.
And now, see, this is why I had Eagle Splendor up, because I
I
have
know.
advantage on all my.
I know. I put the mathed as soon as you did it, and I said, "Damn!" As soon as you turned into him, I had an idea of what was happening. I didn't see the dimension door. The dimension door was a surprise, so I am going to give an inspiration for that.
Yep.
One.
Yay.
So I'm
21.
back up to 2. Well, boss, you told us not to hand it over.
10%. Each of you.
The other one turns around. Yeah, but boss, that's illegal.
And then as I'm talking, I'm gonna start sliding just random shit into the bag in one swipe. Just one swipe of everything in the bag, and it's like, oh well. And while we're having this conversation, I toss whatever I can get into the bag. It's not everything, I know. It's whatever I can get in one arm swipe into the backpack. And if some of it falls on the floor, that's fine. I don't care. Just taking whatever I can get in the bag. And it's like, your loss.
Go ahead. And sorry to interrupt for a moment. Roll me a d6 to see how many things that you successfully snatch.
Oh. I feel like this is where all my luck turns against me.
Yeah, listen, inspiration I'll still allow to apply. with a 3.
Don't tell me
Let's
yet.
see.
You're gonna
Yep,
love this
so
part because then
Keep going.
and then she just in the face of the guy is like, oh well, and I dimension door out back the way I came, which was 500 feet away.
Okay. You, as quick as you came, you were gone, and you did leave these people in shock. And not that you were kind of as you're walking out, and they see the doors closing. Oh, he's going to kill us. And that's where the door shuts, and you successfully heist 3 objects.
Yep, and I'm sure even one of them will recoup the cost of whatever we spent the other day at the store.
Let me know when you're ready for your list.
Yeah, just a second, and I will re-disguise myself into Chadsworth and just happily walk my way home, or back to the tavern, and peruse the items I have acquired. What are they?
All right. So I'm going to say that it's going to take you a little bit to get to the tavern, but after that, you are going to be able to acquire an Amulet of Health, Bead of Force, and a satchel that contained 4 potions of longevity.
Oh, weird. The one thing an elf does not need.
Yeah, but they also sell for high prices.
Yep.
So you're not wrong. You definitely recouped your losses.
Oh, man. I will probably hold on to the Bead of Force and keep that for myself because that's a consumable. I don't have to attune to it. But when I get there, I will walk up to Gearfried and throw him a little satchel with the amulet and the 4 potions inside. It's like, here's your money back.
Oh, he's gonna look at all this stuff. Wow. All right. That is.
I think it's time to profit.
Yeah. That's certainly something. Probably going
Do
to.
we
hold
need
on
to
this for-
start running?
No. We could stay here the rest of our lives.
Also, I'm giving you
I
inspiration
don't want to.
for a successful heist, by the way.
So, considering that if we are being pursued or otherwise, what's the word I'm looking for here? Rabid mob? That
There's
could
no
be very
pursuit.
short. So the rest of our lives.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah.
Thank you for clarifying.
No. At the very worst case scenario, the shopkeeper is going to have to explain his attempted insurance fraud.
Okay.
To ruining this guy's fucking life for what?
I feel like I would have a greater appreciation for the amount of potentially actual hatred that you lot have for this man.
I don't hate him.
So-
He's done nothing wrong to me, and I've never done anything to him. I don't know why Gearfried hates him.
Gearfried is looking at the amulet, and Zarya, did you have a bunch of items attuned to you yet? Above table?
That's a great question. Do either of the things I bought need attunement? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Probably.
Your Eldritch Claw tattoo definitely does.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that does. But I was trying to remember the 2 things I bought. Did,
Yeah,
'cause
you
I
had
don't
the,
You have any
you
other
got the
magic
wraps,
items?
right?
I think it was the wraps and the
Yes.
dragonhide belt that you had.
Yeah, do those require attunement?
I believe both would.
And
That's all 3.
Oh wait, no, the wraps don't.
Oh.
No, they don't.
Then Zarya, Gearfried would hand you the Amulet of Health. It boosts your Constitution to 19.
Yep, the dragonhide belt would require attunement.
It does what?
You have
Your
a
con is
constitution.
19.
Which
So,
also
short version,
means,
better
yeah.
saves, more HP.
yeah, you get all the hit points you would get if you had 19 Constitution from level 1.
And it is useless to Gearfried because I actually already have one thanks to my artificial feature.
So like, the base, like the whole score is just a 19, or is like the base score a 19?
Your whole score's a 19.
No. It sets your score at 19 unless your Constitution score is higher.
And it
Okay.
cannot be artificial. Cannot be made higher than 19 while you're.
No, it can be made higher. It just doesn't
It can?
do much in that case.
Yeah, well, but you can't start at 19 to add any boost. It has to work off your
No.
original score.
Right.
I have 129 HP. Let's go, baby.
What was your Constitution before?
13.
Oh my god, so 3 times
I'm a
14?
monk, okay?
3 times 14 would be...
Now you're.
I have a high dexterity
42.
and a high wisdom.
Nice. You just gained 42 hit points. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
See, Ceres is an equal opportunity
Exploiter.
exploiter, yes. Her
I'm so
virtues
mad that
benefit
you're doing
everyone.
this. I'm still mad, but okay.
No, I don't think you are.
Shut up. Don't tell me how I feel. Tell me how I feel.
I think you like me a lot more right now.
Shut up.
That's fine. That's fine. Let us be off. I'm weary of this town. She drops the Chadsworth disguise. I'm ready to be someone else.
Oh, thank God. I fucking hate Chadsworth.
Oh, I could always go back.
No.
Fine. How long before everything is ready?
The cruiser's actually ready to go. DM, what time is it right now?
Currently, it is about 9:46, almost 10. Time has been progressing as you've been having the
Mhm.
conversation, but it was last about 9:40, 9:46.
Then Gearfried will just look at everyone and say, "Cruiser's prepared. Fennec is currently taking a nap in the bedroom, but I can rouse him and we can be off right now if that is all right with everyone, unless taking a night is imperative for our success."
No, I'm fresh and ready to go.
Zarya?
Fine.
How are
I
you?
will take. Give me 1/2 hour to check on one thing, and I'll be right back.
All right. I'm ready to go otherwise.
Levin will exit, and he's going to be very specifically moving stealth.
Okay, so before you tell me where you're stealthing, go ahead and give me that stealthy check.
Well, outside he's casting Pass Without Trace.
I'm not surprised.
So let's see, plus 10 bonus. Let me just double check my items. Yep. Advantage on stealth checks and a plus 10 on top of that, so that's going to be fun.
Beefy.
So 30.
Okay. So, where are you stealthing to? I mean, I'm pretty sure I have an idea, but...
Yeah, going back to the house. Because it's basically his last check to see if they found anything that he could use. And if they don't, then he already told them, consider things settled.
All right.
But it's just, he's only doing it as an in and out.
You're basically going to be informed that they're still looking into it. They don't have an answer at this time. But they do ask if there's anywhere you would like them to send information.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. He is specifying to one of the agents there that he is headed over to Lake Caius to resolve things potentially from. And he's specifically wording this because I know he's not speaking to the mistress of the house. Of the prior detail discussed. Like, he's telling him, I'm going to Lake Caius to handle the thing I talked about in my report.
You are going to notice that the individual you talk to does hesitate at the name Lake Caius, as if it's a place that is known to be infamous. But regains a stoic expression and simply nods. If we have anything, we will attempt to send it your way.
Damn it. And he's, yeah, this is gonna be rough. Let's see, what can I hand over? Because they may need to know his exact location for something. Yeah. Because he still didn't give up his hand crossbow, his regular one, he's gonna hand it over. This was a personal item.
Interesting. So this is the one that is a +1?
No. The plus
Oh,
one
the other
was
one.
something that he acquired at a later time. This hand crossbow that he started the campaign with is pretty much like, okay, I can't believe I'm giving this one up. It's been old reliable.
I thought that
But
was
he's
one
being
that...
pragmatic here.
Okay, because I thought that was the one that you had made with the Halloween episode that
No,
became
the
+1.
the plus one was from the Halloween episode.
Oh, okay. So then there we go. So they are going to take it.
Damn it. And he'll go and return to the group, getting ready to leave.
Alrighty. I'm going to say that would be about another hour or so. So it's about 10:46. You are all regrouped once more. Is there anything you'd like to do before you leave? You know, anybody else you'd like to ruin their lives with?
No, the person whose life I want to ruin will probably run into on the way.
Okay.
I'm only half joking.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who it is besides Caius. I mean, it could be a lot of people.
Yeah, it's the guy that Gearfried
Depending how
talked to
things
earlier.
go. Oh, God.
There's that when Gearfried took up the disguise as Mr. Dalton Galloway, Gearfried talked to that young man who is ostensibly a cultist, because he's like, oh yeah, there's a party there. So, if we run into him on the way, then there's going to be a little bit of a roadside incident, I imagine.
With that, if there isn't anything else you guys would like to do, you begin to make your way using the Carpe Fatum out of the city. As said, the current time clock is about 3 days before events start eventing. The travel itself is relatively uneventful, and you are able to go the entire duration of the day without coming across anyone. Over the course of your day's travel, is there anything you would like to discuss or anything you would like to do?
At
Sarah's
this
is
point,
just
Levin's just locking the heck in.
yep. Sarah's sitting in the back looking smug.
I think Gearfried would at some point bring up. All right, so strategy or I don't know, battle tactics. How are we going about things? We don't exactly know what to expect, but we've all individually planned a little bit, I imagine. And Gearfried's going to roll up his sleeve, and he's going to show off the spell rot tattoo that he has that currently contains sunlight, daylight, whichever it is. I've got a single use of a means to weaken them, so long as it's not counterspelled. But even then, I've got some ideas on how to prepare against that. Though, and he's going to look towards Fennec, who is asleep in the back. If Fennec has counterspell, then that might also be able to help us if we're able to counter any counters.
True.
Does anybody have any ideas on what we might? I know about as much as anyone does about vampires, but vampires are not exactly the only thing we're going up against. I'm gonna be completely honest. I have no idea. Lady Elmaro's come up quite a few times at this point. I don't know what to expect of this person. I know that they're, which Dragonmark house is it? They're associated with one of them, right?
The Mark of Death. There is no Dragonmark house for them.
Oh. Well, I mean, they're Dragonmarks. Not a house, but she's associated with the marks. So, what's her deal exactly? And are we expecting much resistance from?
He is the last bearer of the Mark of Death, but because she attained Lichhood and is technically undead, she cannot use the Mark of Death.
Right. Sorry, a lot's been happening, and forgot about that part. So, Lich, DM, how much do we know about liches?
I'm gonna say, go ahead and give me a history check.
Oh, cool. That's like my best stat.
Liches get stitches.
Normal roll. Hey! Boom! Nat 20.
Whoop, whoop. 30.
30.
Damn.
I know everything about liches. Okay, so we're going to have to... Shit. Do we know what this thing's phylactery is?
Considering we still engage in aspects of biology, of course we do.
Gearfried, with your nat 20, you have one more rumor of a story. And that was
Oh dear.
one time in ancient times, a lich returned to the living.
Oh, that's it? Just that a lich returned to the living once?
Yeah, that's
a big deal.
Take it,
Yeah,
leave
yeah,
it,
okay.
Share it, don't share it. That's
Right.
all.
Alright, so there's an old story back from a ghost story of a lich that once attained life once more, which was meant to scare us as children because it's supposed. It was a whole. There's a whole moral and everything to it. I won't bore you with the details, but is it possible that Lady Elmoro might be this ritual might be trying to use Mei Li as a catalyst to perhaps give her the life that she once had? Maybe. So she could use the Dragon Mark of Death?
That seems likely,
I remember
yes.
commenting that it would simply be easier for her to take the body.
So,
Why
and that's
waste
why you
why
were-
waste time on what is something that is typically functionally impossible?
right, and that's why you were adamant about the
Dispatching.
deletion of Mei Li. There's no possible way we can get that fucking mark off her. It's bound to her soul, right?
You cannot remove
Dragon-
a dragon mark.
Dragon marks are not skin deep. They are part of the person.
So even removing the soul from the body temporarily wouldn't even do anything like that. Shit.
Well, once an individual is dead, the mark no longer works.
It's unfortunate. We don't have time for her to attune to any item. And Gerfried's going to look at Levin again because he remembers the last time this that conversation went down. He's gonna just kind of like shake his head and be like, "We have no means to transplant her soul or consciousness into another object and then delete the body and then return it to something else like a Warforged. I've heard of that happening, but we don't have that kind of technology."
You're speaking of using a docent.
I mean, I would be, but we don't have Mei Li as a cooperative party in this aspect. I assume we're going to be walking in, grabbing her, and then attempting to leave if that is if we were to save her. But that would require cooperation and time, which we don't have. So, Saris, there is a real
Yeah.
possibility that we may need to
Kill Melly? Sure.
yeah. Seem very
Well,
gung-ho
Zarya,
with
you
this.
have objections. Do you have a way of removing a soul from a body to then be restored later?
Do I? Oh, you're talking to Zarya.
I mean, if you want to chime in.
I don't have a way to do whatever you're discussing.
Then our only
Best
option
thing
is
I can
to
think
kill
of is a
her
ring of
and then
mind shield.
hope she wants to return if you try to resurrect her.
I have and Givrid's gonna pull out that pearl. I've had this spell prepared ever since we dealt with, and he's gonna look back at the sleeping Fennec. Fennec's interest, and all that went down. I've had this prepared ever since, but Revivify is not a bring back from death. It's more so staving it off. The target is not truly dead. They're just mostly dead.
What are you talking about? I think you misunderstood.
Revivify.
Revivify
I believe
brings
so, isn't
it brings someone back from
But
the
only-
dead if they've been dead for only a minute.
Right, so mostly dead, not fully dead. I figured there was slightly difference, unless killing her and then bringing her back immediately would get rid of the mark. But I would assume that they're more.
It's not that it gets rid of the mark.
She would still have the mark if you revivified her.
Right, so that's not basically what I'm saying. That's not an option here. True resurrection would be the only way to get that back, and well, I'm not much one for religion, so Saris, is that something you're capable of?
Of revivifying someone? Yes.
Well, a true resurrection, a way to bring them back after an extended period of time.
No. No. Well, technically, yes.
All right. What does that mean? What does technically yes mean?
I think it says it all right there in the words. Technically, yes.
Can you please expound upon that?
If I can be provided a diamond of at least 500 gold pieces value, I can use it as a catalyst to fuel the magics to bring someone back from the dead who has been dead for only a mere 10 days.
All right, so we've got a 10-day after if we are to kill Mei Li to stop this from happening, we have a 10-day to get her back.
Would you not also require a
mean
body?
that
Yes. Fortunately, we have storage, and Gearfried's gonna like thumb over to the bag of holding.
that can hold souls?
So,
Oh,
in
body.
addition to, so in addition
Oh.
to, so in addition to killing Mary, we would then have to abscond with the body.
That
And I
would
can extend.
actually-
I
Yeah,
was
go
just
on.
gonna say, I can extend the time to raise her from the dead by 10 days, periodically, indefinitely.
As far as things
Wait,
go, I don't think.
would-
As far as things go, I don't think the preservation and absconding of the body is going to be the hard part. Dealing with the people who are trying to utilize her body and soul in the first place is going to be the hard part. I mean, we're going after a vampire lord and a lich.
Would just
Those are two
killing
things-
her and bringing her back to life solve that issue? Like, how do we get rid of the mark that they want?
I can't
we're just
explain this enough. You cannot remove a dragon mark.
So it just stays forever an issue.
Yes, dragon marked people live with their dragon marks. The Lady Ilmaro is still dragon marked, technically. She just doesn't have access to it because she is not a living being.
back to the prior question. What is her phylactery? Do we know?
No, I don't talk to her.
No?
Why would she tell me?
Any legends? Any stories? Is DM, is Lady Elmoro's story related specifically to Karnath, or is that more of a northern thing?
No, because by the time the stories of Lady Ilmaro would have been when Corvair was a singular nation. This was long before the formation of the Five Nations were even a concept.
Yeah, this
Alright,
was
can I roll a
during the
history check to
War of the Mark.
Yep. So essentially,
Can I roll a
the-
history check with disadvantage?
you
Like
certainly
over
can.
500 years before the founding of the Kingdom of Galifar.
Also, each of the nations are relatively new. They started only about a century ago. That was during the 100-Year War, which is where we kind of started at 5 years or 4 years after that fact. So all
Okay,
of
so
these countries are
disadvantage
still
of 14.
relatively new. All right. What was that? Sorry. With
Disadvantage
a
history check of
14,
14.
with a 14, there's not anything necessarily that is easily recallable.
God damn it. Predates my knowledge of anything. Why did Galahad have me learn so much about fucking shiny rocks? Alright, well,
Because he felt it would have been useful.
I mean, yeah, obviously catalysts and whatnot for spells and components, but I mean, beyond that. Anyway, sorry, one more follow-up. With my still rolling off the nat 20 on what I know about phylacteries. Do I know whether or not she needs to keep her phylactery close to her, or is she the type that would, or in this setting, do liches operate still kind of like independent of where they are?
I would say within your stories, you've heard conflicting accounts on liches, so there's not anything that you can be definitive about. So to glean whether or not she needs to keep it near is kind of difficult without having any other contextual understanding about her.
Alright, so no idea if we can kill Amoro. Well, kill her dead. Dead. Truly dead. We don't know where her phylactery is. Caius, another story. That one's just going to require a bit of sunlight, a lot of finesse, and maybe some wooden stakes.
What? No, just
we can
remove his head.
Now, there's also the removing his head, yes, but we need to make sure he can't actually operate and turn into mist before we do that. So staking him through the heart. We're gonna have to pull over at some point so I can turn some trees into wooden stakes. Fabricate that.
Do we need garlic?
That's okay. Are you planning on driving through the night? Or are you going to be pulling off to the side to rest for the evening?
Good question. Should we? Are we? I'm comfortable driving through the night. I don't mind eating the bit of exhaustion that might entail, unless Saris wants to drive. But
We have
I
3
can
days
drive.
total and 2 days of travel. We can spend time to appropriate resources.
all right. So for tonight, then, should we pull over? Set the camp.
How long would you need to fabricate?
Well, I need a long rest in order to actually prepare the spell. I tried something earlier. Gifford's going to kind of look towards Saris because she doesn't know that he was trying to spy. But I just need to rest for a little bit before I can actually fabricate it. And really, actually, bulk fabrication is probably the best option. So just cutting down or punching down a large tree, I can turn that into several wooden stakes, as well as anything else that anyone might need within my
We could just
purview.
also
Weapons.
pick up fallen branches and use our daggers to sharpen them.
Branches wouldn't necessarily have the integrity of piercing and maintaining shape.
Depends on the branch.
In order to guarantee it, you would need one as thick as your arm.
We could have Zarya rip some branches off a tree.
I can just
And
punch a tree down.
in the time it would take for us to fashion stakes using our tools, Gearfried can simply cast in the morning.
Yeah. So
We could also just chop the logs up and do it on the go. Just as a thought.
Zarya, you know what? Let me make this abundantly clear. Do any of us have actual carpentry tools?
I do.
Carve a pointy
Besides Gearfried?
stick.
A weapon is a weapon. It is a tool for killing things. It is not necessarily a tool for making things.
Let me see if I have a dagger on me. If I even have one. I do!
Okay, I'll
again,
be
a
further
dagger's not
blunt.
carpentry tools.
I actually know how to use carpentry tools.
But
Gearfried here probably also knows. Who here? Who else?
I do. I also know.
does cooking count as sharp
No.
cutting? Okay,
No,
then no.
we're specifically referring.
I know how to chop
the
a
act of
log.
carpentry.
Yeah, no, don't do that. I can chop a log though.
Right. So, all right. Unless anyone else wants to drive through the night, we're gonna have to pull over so I can get some sleep. But,
I can.
All right. And Gearfried will pull over to the side of the road so we can stretch our legs, and Zarya can hop into the pilot seat. All right.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna take my rest. Wake me when I guess sunlight will wake me. Gearfried's just going to slump into the back seat and pull his hat over his face as he begins to take his long rest.
All right, noted. the night is going to pass relatively uneventfully. At the crack of dawn, Zarya, go ahead and give me a perception check.
1 second. Okay. Perception?
Yes, please.
Great. I'm having a great time today. I'm
Give me a-
doing so great.
Give me a vehicle check.
What's vehicle check?
It would be for dexterity. If you have a proficiency with land vehicles, it would be plus your proficiency bonus.
So dexterity plus proficiency.
Yep.
Okay. So there's a +5 to this. Wow. Okay. Well, it's a +6. That's a 16. I'm not rolling great, but I have a +9 to that. So it's 6. Wait. No. Yes. Yes. Because it's an 11 and then it's
A
+5.
deer
So then
runs
that's
out.
a 16. There you go. My brain is dying.
A deer runs out in front of
Huh?
the vehicle. A deer runs out in front of the vehicle. You aren't able to see it until the last moment as you jam on the brakes and you kind of careen. You do crash the vehicle into a tree. Not full on head on, but you do kind of sideswipe a bunch of the trees. It does create a jostling motion that shakes everybody within it. There, you hear the as the kind of side grates against it.
It's gonna kill me. Oh, this hurts. It's like
You are now coming.
do this shit in my car.
You are now at a complete stop as friction kind of forced the vehicle to stop along with your braking.
Oh
Gearfried is jostled up, and he looks over at Zarya with this kind of annoyed resignment. All right,
Sarah's-
looks like I'm gonna have to spend 2 days doing this. Pull over.
Sarah leans over the edge of the carriage and just like, oh no, it's fine. That'll buff right out.
I'm sorry.
Actually,
I'm
DM,
sorry. It came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere.
Gearfried's gonna look over. How bad's the damage? Is this something I'm gonna have to fabricate or something I can just mend it?
You'd be able to mend it. Like there are some areas that you will have to fabricate
It'll take
pieces.
a few casts.
But those are just only like huge areas that are out of the realm of mending. Like you can do all of the necessary repairs, but there are just some aesthetics that you're not able to reconnect back together with mending.
Zarya, pull over.
You ever play? Yep. You ever play a D&D moment and you're like, oh fuck, that hits the real life person. I've done this exact same shit in my dad's car and felt horrible about it, and I'm just getting that feeling all over again. Ugh. It's fantasy. What the?
So, yeah.
Oh my god.
So, Gearfried will, as he gets out, Gearfried's just going to, survey the damage, and then he is going to, spell list for today. I will be preparing, fabricate as opposed to, actually, did I have, let me check. Because I had an eye earlier, so I will prepare fabricate for today, and I will at my 4th level spell slot for the day, I will cast fabricate, and I will use it to basically lift the chassis off of Carpe Fadum, form it into the proper configuration it's supposed to be in. I also have some extra metal in the back seat from when I crafted my armor, so if there's any pieces of metal that flung off, that would also fill in there. And reforge the body and all the damaged portions of Carpe Fatum will be repaired, and the car or the cruiser is restored to its original state. It goes back on. Gearfried is going to then, as it as it reverts to its original state, Gearfried's going to step into the driver's seat, sit down, look at everyone, and be like, "I'm driving."
Sorry, again.
All is well. It's
Came
just
out
gonna
of
be another.
nowhere, I swear.
It's gonna be another day before I can make our wooden stakes.
Okay.
It's fine. Everything's fine. We're fine. Let's just get in the cruiser and go, and hope that I don't run into anything that will require me to use a 4th level spell.
It's the vibe of I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, basically.
Sarah's just sitting back in the back of the carriage, just looking bored.
Oh, that reminds me. And Levin. Gearfried's going to just kind of nudge you, and be like, "That ring I gave you. I'm gonna need that back for Cogfried. Part of the thing I wanted to bring up to everybody. It's come to my attention that with recent events, simply relying on my armor is becoming less and less of an option. I'm pivoting a bit more towards a utility focus here. To that end, Cogfried here will be using that ring, and well, when we're in combat, I'll be having him fly around the battlefield and healing all of you. He can use cure wounds with this, relying on my spell ability to heal you all.
Levin will
for-
press the ring into your palm.
and he will give it to Cogfried, who just like takes it and just kind of like, grabs it. He's a little dragon who has a ring now. So try to make sure he, if anyone's casting particularly malicious magics at him, I will have to what's the word? Mend him if he gets destroyed. But if he isn't destroyed, then he can heal you all when I command him to, or at least heal one person at a time for quite a bit of health. So Saris, might be a good idea that he sticks near you if you're going to be doing all of that bloodletting that you've been up to.
I'm fine. I don't need the assistance, but thank you.
Saris, respectfully,
Yes.
we need you.
Yes.
We need you to be in good health because
I'm in
you
tip-top
are
health.
right now. You are, yes, but when you bloodlet, you tend to look a little woozy. I just want to make sure
don't know what you
you're not
mean.
going down. You're keeping us up.
You sound confused.
Maybe. And Gearfried's just going to sigh and go back to driving.
Is that a ruby gem in Cogfried?
No, that is a. Hold on, I actually have that. I have it saved in my thing. It is Homunculus Servant. It is Jet. It is a Jet crystal. We got this forever ago. Yeah,
Ceres
it is a,
eyes it with avarice
That-
greed.
That is what's keeping Cogfried functioning. You are not allowed to touch it.
Oh,
Sure,
well,
he
now
gets
she's
another one.
going to touch it. You tell her
There's-
not to do something, she does it.
Leave the homunculus alone until after we've dealt with the Lich and the Vampire.
Of course, of course, of course.
Cogfried, Ceres is now priority 5. Cogfried's eyes blink.
Does he move away from her?
No, he's just still on Gearfried's left shoulder.
Okay.
Because if it is,
All right. As you continue moving forward, the day is uneventful. As the day, though, does progress, you come across a carriage that is just barely out of sight. With the blink of an eye, it is gone in front of you, as if it was never there in the first place. Besides that is the most eventful part of this day's travel.
Hold on. When you say it's gone in the blink of an eye, you mean like it disappears?
I mean, it's there, you blink, and it's gone.
I don't think so. I'm going to. Oh, wait, do I have that prepared? Let me double check. I don't have it prepared. Hold on. Do I have it? See invisible. I don't have see invisibility. Did everybody else see that?
What? No.
What?
There was a carriage right there that just vanished. Gearfried's going to point where he saw it.
Did
Are you
we
sure? I
see
don't
it?
see anything.
I am certain that's what I saw.
Have you been drinking lately?
Well, if we want to confirm whether or not I'm right, I can. And Gearfried's going to use produce flame to create a little mote of fire in his hand. I can throw a fireball, and if it's nothing, then we can just accept that I'm wrong. And if it's something, then we can accept that I'm probably going to hurt some people.
Levin is gonna cast a glance towards where Gearfried pointed and see if there are any details out there. Hello?
Sorry, I was talking that entire time. There's nothing that actually stands out. You know, it's the funniest thing because my mic literally glows. But you continue to drive forward, and there's no disturbance. There's no real continuation of any sorts of footsteps or any sorts of. It's just a perfectly normal road. As you continue to drive, there's nothing that stands out.
There's a Gearfried.
What's that?
Gearfried, I don't even see tracks.
Gearfried's going to throw the produce flame that he just conjured as a cantrip. He's going to throw it roughly where he thought the carriage was going to was. Was it moving when I saw it, or was it like just stationary?
It was moving when you saw it.
Okay, so Gearfried is going to use
Commit
his
casual
advanced-
arson.
Yeah, his advanced intellect to kind of calculate where it would have been going at the speed that he saw, and he's going to throw a produce flame roughly in that spot.
Some of the grass singes.
What's that?
Some of the grass singes. You see smoke arising. Nothing mingles with the smoke. There's nothing there.
There's a Gearfried.
Though, keep in mind, you also notice that your vehicle also leaves no real disturbance.
Gearfried is going to look around. Can I roll an Arcana check and see if this like feels like we entered like some kind of magic field?
Go ahead.
$22.
With the 22.
Can I roll? Sorry.
Yep, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, can I roll an insight check to see if Gearfried is hallucinating?
You can.
That's not really an insight check.
I know.
Probably a medicine
But-
check.
That sounds about right.
With the 22, you would, the hair on your arms and on your neck would be tingling. You can feel as if magic was used in the area that you saw the vehicle vanish. once you arrive there.
Okay, something was definitely here. I'm not crazy. Some magic's afoot.
That's not my professional opinion.
All right, well, I say this without any form of jest or snark, and I know that's very unlike me, but I'm being completely genuine here. Something was there, it's gone now, and I can feel something in the weave. Some magic was just used. Does this look like past that trace?
No,
About
because
it?
there would be no
That
trace.
leaves no physical evidence.
So I guess essentially yes.
Well, I'm sorry. I mean, like, I've seen past that trace used when Ceres has used it. Does this feel like that?
Levin, who has actually used it on several occasions, is informing you there's no physical evidence. You would have to actually use magic.
Ah, magic. Artifice is so much easier to understand. All right. Whatever it was, it's gone now.
Says the person who uses both.
Yes, and I prefer artifice. Now, I'm just saying, keep an eye out. I am officially perturbed and on edge. So, given where we're going and given the company that we expect to be there, and those that I've spoken with who are going there, we're likely going to run into a couple of people. With that said, they know what we look like. Would disguises be of a
Have they seen our car?
they I mean, he's gonna look at Carpe Fatum. I modeled this after some of the newer age vehicles, so there's a chance they might recognize it, but us
We've had
specifically,
a couple of altercations where involved parties have seen the vehicle.
Yeah.
I can fabricate once more tomorrow morning and make it look completely different, or we can simply not, or park it and then hike the rest of the way once we get close enough.
Alright, show of hands. Who here is warded against scrying?
No one.
Am I? I can't remember. I don't
No.
think so.
No,
None
none
of
of
us
us are.
None of us are.
Good.
Oh, rhetorical question.
Stop worrying about it, Gearfried. If they were looking at us, they saw us.
They know we're on the
Yeah.
way.
All right, then. We'll just keep an eye out because we might run into resistance on the way. And we're gonna.
It
Okay.
kind of reminds me of how I act on the internet, where I'm like, my data's already out there. Who gives a shit?
The corporations
It
are.
is-
They already know.
It is,
What else?
and
What
it
else they
isn't.
want?
So I guess we'll just keep pushing forward until late in the day.
Alrighty. It is now the start of the next day. You have recouped your spell slots, and you will be arriving at Lake Caius at about noon.
All right.
Also, I would have taken the time before the night was out and I took my long rest to charge my ring of spell storing with a couple spells.
And I'm gonna take some time to
Noted.
prepare these spells.
Hello.
I'm gonna need for fighting.
I'm attuning to my items.
Alrighty.
Yes.
Once that's all wrapped up,
Oh, thank.
alright, once you are all wrapped up, time will continue to pass. Is there anything you would like to do? Any last minute preparations? Any sorts of fabrications you might want to make?
Yes, Gearfried will be casting Fabricate. Actually, noon. Shit. Yeah, I'm looking at all my. I'm double checking all my spells right now. I can. The fixing the vehicle did set me back. I can cast Fabricate once more. It will kill my last fourth level spell, or my only fourth level spell for the day. Alternatively,
Why do you need to be casting this spell so often?
well, I needed to fix the vehicle, and then
Mm-hmm.
today's a new day, and we're about to approach Lake Caius. I would need to make a series of wooden stakes. Alternatively, if given some time, I can. Well, Zarya, if you'd like to punch a tree down for me and just cut it into about yay big. He's going to show with his hand measure about 3 foot long, yay long stumps. I can do this in the back seat just by hand while someone else drives. I've got the tools for it.
Sure. Does anyone have an axe?
No.
No.
I've seen you punch a tree down before. Can you not do that again?
Yeah, but I can't really punch it into logs. I can split logs with my hands, sure, but I can't make logs with my hands. Sorry, absolutely can do that. Have you ever seen those people exercising in village, just pulling logs apart with their bare hands? Absolutely
Yeah.
can do that.
Yeah, I'm imagining the Captain America moment.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes.
It would take some time, but shit.
Might I, given your concern over this fight, maybe save your Fabricate ability and convert it into something more immediately useful and available to us in combat?
Well, Fabricate's not exactly. That's why I'm saying this, because if I don't need to burn my fourth to fabricate something, I would much rather use it for a. I've been working on a summon construct spell that I've been meaning to try, and I've yet to try it. Alternatively, I can also use Arcane Eye and spy upon people from a great distance. If that is something that would be more useful to us.
Gearfried,
E-
your stake solution kills Caius, yes, but wouldn't our objective be to simply take him out of the fight?
It doesn't kill Caius, actually. As far as I'm aware, stories of vampires simply state that staking them removes or prevents them from using a great many of their abilities. It would keep him in place. He would be able to turn into mist and fly away, for example.
Which somebody could then remove and re-enable him.
True. That is true.
But if he's forced into mist form, does he not have to return to his resting place?
Can he not just move around the battlefield in a mist form?
He can't attack in a mist
He's
form.
mist.
Yeah,
Oh no, I know he can't attack, but he can. He doesn't need to return to his place of rest after he turns into mist. He can.
he does.
No, he does. No.
If
Well,
he's
he can
forced
step back.
into it.
Yeah, if he chooses to, though, he can just move around
Correct.
wherever.
But if he's at 0 hit points, he drops into mist form and just flees.
Right. All right. Well, I do have sunlight prepared, or my my tattoo, so that's also a preventative measure. All right. I will. I'll keep it to myself, or I'll keep the fourth level then. What sounds more useful for us, Arcane Eye or Summon Construct?
I feel like we're going to want allies in this fight.
Construct it is. I've been meaning to try out Boltfried.
We got to work on your naming.
I see nothing wrong with it.
Yes, I reiterate, we've got to work on your naming.
Personally, I see nothing wrong with it. I can ignore it just fine.
Yeah, see? Be more like Levin.
No, I'm not a cop.
All right.
Congratulations,
and I will
neither am
prepare. I will prepare Summon Construct as my fourth level spell for the day.
Looks at Levin like she doesn't believe him. Something a cop would say.
You're the type that believes that if you ask them directly if they're a cop and they tell you that they're not, but they have to tell you if they are, You're the type of person that entertains those fantasies, aren't you?
No, I believe a cop is always trying to catch me in entrapment.
Cyrus, were I of a mind to do such a thing and have the power to do so, and he leans in to say this, I would still ignore you. You're not worth the effort.
Theris truly looks scandalized. She leans back, hand to the chest, just like, I know you don't mean that.
You're a thug.
Rude.
Also accurate.
I'm an artisan. Thank you very much.
Well, you definitely are a piece of work.
I'll take it.
Could I
With this-
karate chop some logs?
The last time Zarya interjected, she was like, this is an odd tension.
I would say yes.
I-
You could karate chop
wasn't-
logs.
It wasn't really intentional, but ADHD just made me unfocus on stuff, and then I just had that pop into my head.
As we hear the chop in the background.
What can I
we
roll
could
to do it?
Give me a strength
Good
check
talk.
or an athletics check.
Athletics.
Continue.
Woohoo! Yee!
As they're talking, they kind of just hear as a tree is almost like felled with her karate chops there, as she's making her logs.
I punch it down first because I can do that, and then karate chop some logs, and that's what surprises because I didn't think I could do that.
So yeah, you guys hear that amongst your conversation, and with this, you are officially on the day of the ritual.
All right. I've chosen to prepare a couple of things, including see invisibility and dispel magic. I have a feeling that those might come in handy.
Possibly. As you continue to press forward, the lake begins to come in sight. How close are you getting with the Carpe Noctem? Like, are you pulling up right at the lake with it? Are you leaving the Carpe Noctem some far away back? Like, what are you doing with it? And how are you approaching ultimately?
I think we'll take Carpe Fatum towards. I mean, as we pull up, do we see like the congregation of assholes who are trying to serve the undead leader here?
Well, this is why I'm asking, how close are you bringing the Carpe Noctem to the lake? Like, are you bringing it right up to the lake? Or are you going to try to, like, walk in? Because the closer you get, you are going to be seeing people beginning to move towards the lake. You see that the majority of everybody is on foot.
I think we'll go until we start to see like people in the distance. At which point I will pull over and go into like a like I don't know, a hilly area or someplace covered by shrubs or trees that we can hide the car in.
Well,
All
Levin would have one suggestion. If we could park it about an hour's walking distance away.
Yeah, that's probably smart.
Because at the very least, he can help move you guys towards it. At least without being directly traced.
Right. And Gearfried will also take the time to use not any spell, just for flavor. He's adorning his armor with certain accents to them that are the symbol that he wore on his left shoulder prior to this, which was his family's crest. He wore his family's on his left and his master's on his right. Now that he's officially a journeyman, he now has only the family symbol on his left and his right shoulder, as well as the crest on his chest. And he's also modifying Cogfried to look a little bit more menacing. He now looks more like a proper wyvern than a standard, the little like toy dragon he looked like before. All right, good to go. We're about an hour's walk from the lake.
And I told you.
And if we die, I'll at least die knowing that I was representing my family properly.
Oh, yeah, we're probably going to die, but hopefully we'll save the world in the process.
It'll be fine.
You know shit's bad when you're the optimistic one.
Well, I know I'm not going to die, so why am I concerned?
There it is.
Therein lies the optimism. She's confident in her abilities not to die. As you can, you did in the last encounter, I believe, grab 3 of the cloaks from the individuals that you had dispatched. Are you going to be going in there? How are you making your approach as you are walking the hour's length of time?
Levin is not the charismatic type. He is not taking any of those cloaks. He's staying hidden.
Theris dons her nicest, like, remember the dance ball we attended when we first met the halfling?
Yep, when you had the, I think you had a special dress or something for that one?
She did.
No, I had a frock coat.
Yep.
Frock coat, trousers, cravat, waistcoat, the whole thing. She pulls that out, puts it on again. She is dolled up, gussied up, like a noble.
Then, Saris, if you're not going to be taking one of the cloaks, then I suppose me, Zarya, and Fennec should take the other 3 if Levin's going to be skulking from the distance in the shadows. I shouldn't talk. I'm not a people person, as I've come to learn throughout this journey.
Indeed, you should not talk. You should just agree with me more often. But yes.
Regale them with your knowledge, not with your wit.
There. Gearfried's going to cover his armor and his head with the cloak. Also, I should mention, as we discovered earlier, these people can see through magical disguises as well as invisibility, so...
Yep,
maybe...
I'm well aware of that. She's already started dyeing her hair red and using, like, face paint to give herself a more tan complexion.
Do we have a... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I just want to say I'm pulling out my hood.
Do we have a cloak that fits?
Yep. Cloaks are kind of one size fit all.
3 cloaks, one for me, you and
If it's one size fit all, it's huge on everyone else.
No, they're hemmed.
No, it's just a 3/4 cloak on you.
Yeah, and also,
Okay.
even if it is oversized, you can just pull it in and like tie it up around you, so it's a little. It works either way.
So what I'm going to say
cloaks
is
come in varying lengths.
before we press forward any further, I think we're going to pause it here tonight. This way, players, you have about a week to decide how do you want to approach this, as well as allowing us the opportunity to catch Fennec up so that we can see what will happen. Till then, everyone have a wonderful weekend. Please like, comment, subscribe, check out our merch store, and as always, thank you for tuning in. Till then,
Bye-bye.
catch you later.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.